This old Honda CT110 might be the smallest camping rig I've ever built. But first, we've got to see what's hiding under 40 years of dirt, rust, and bad decisions. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And today, we're back with our 1980 Honda CT110 that we are going to be taking this guy MotoCamping coming up real soon, but we need to make it look a good bit better. It's had a kind of a crappy paint job on it at some point in time, so we're going to start today by cleaning it up and then getting it ready to touch up the paint so it is the right Tahitian red paint. We'll take a little walk around this guy. It's kind of rusty up here. We only have 1,500 miles on this bike. Remember, this is the one we had to push it because I don't know what position I was supposed to be in, and I was in the wrong position. So it's not a bad bike. I mean, it's all there. It's in great shape, but we are going to make it look considerably better. I was doing some testing. This is the wrong color. I've got the right color coming. These bikes came in a couple of different colors. The early ones came in this Tahitian red, which is kind of an orange, whereas the later ones came in a red. And so I was trying, but that's the wrong color. So we're going to get rid of that and get it ready for the correct paint. But let's go ahead and clean this sucker up. We're going to start to de-rust it right up here. These handlebars will probably we'll probably have to paint them black. I don't know what color they came originally, but they'll probably go back to black. This will clean up some rust on here, on our auxiliary fuel tank. We're going to go ahead and pull this guy off and clean it up and paint it as well. Clean out the inside to make sure it's good. And then our exhaust over here, we're going to touch it up. We'll pull off this cover, clean it up really good. We're going to paint the exhaust itself. Same thing with our brush guard down the bottom. And we'll paint the engine. Everything else is going to get touched up, but we're going to make it look considerably better. And it's going to start right now. Start with a little Dawn heavy duty power wash. So it's good enough for the ducks, it's good enough for us. I like this stuff. It tends to work pretty good. And I think it may be safer for the environment. I don't know. Okay, while we're waiting for the Dawn PowerWash to keep power washing, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the sponsor for today's video, Diablo Cycle. If you're bringing old motorcycles back from the dead, you already know the hardest part is finding the right parts. Diablo Cycle has you covered. With thousands of OEM and high quality reproduction parts, they ride these bikes, they restore these bikes, they know what actually works. So whether it's a Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, whatever you've got in the garage, head over to diablocycle.com. Save the bike, make it right. Diablo Cycle. Okay, our power wash has done power washing, so let's get the power washing.
Yeah! You ever bring an old bike back to life? Come on now! Working on a trail bike. Oh yeah! CT110, gonna get it right. Oh yeah! Spray it down, make it shine. Little Honda looking fine. Oh yeah! Working on a trail bike. Come on! Camping dreams in the back of my mind. Fix it up, don't think twice. Gonna ride it out tonight. Rolling, covered in dust. 40 years of grit and rust. Grab that wall, let it spray. Watch that dirt just wash away. Dawn foam dripping down the frame. Now she's showing off her name. Under all that grime and dough, there's a good bike coming out. Working on a trail bike. Oh yeah. CT110, gonna get it right. Oh yeah. Spray it down, make it shine. Little Honda looking fine. Oh yeah. Working on a trail bike.
Okay, let me get this cover off just so we can clean underneath there. Because when I took it off, I noticed how dirty it was. This cover's in pretty good shape. It's cracked around the bottom, but that's pretty customary. A little more power wash. under here. It doesn't look, the good thing is that the down tube here looks to be the original color. I'll show you what I mean, because it looks like it was just stopped. They stopped painting right around here. You can see it once we get this cleaner off of it. Okay, while that's soaking, okay, I've got it sprayed on everywhere. I'm just going to use this little brass brush to see if I can agitate some of this rust, see if it makes a difference. I'm not going to leave this stuff on too long. I think my handlebars may be a little bent right there. Maybe they were silver, not black. I think I may have another pair of handlebars. Pair of handlebars, set of handlebars. What's the word, bird? This is the rust remover I'm using. I found that I'd rather do shorter bursts than leaving it on too long, because it doesn't react well with the chrome, so don't leave it on too long. It'll start to discolor your chrome. So shorter bursts on it will work out better. Okay, let's take a look at it now. Check out our chrome now. Looks good. We got still have a little bit left to clean up. We'll get the brass brush and clean it up, but this cap on the gas, on the auxiliary tank, cleaned up really good. See, the thing I like, it really cleans up your clamps, our bolts. So I mean, it's not bad. Engine's gonna need to be painted, but this thing's not supposed to be black. I think it's supposed to be black here. This is supposed to be just raw. I think since somebody already painted it, we may pop this off, paint the whole thing again, just leave it. So I don't have to, because trying to clean that off is gonna be a pain in the butt, so I don't know if I wanna go down that road. But we got a little bit more cleaning to do on our chrome here, but the wheels came out pretty good. See them there? Yeah, not bad. Could probably use another coat. I could probably do another coat to get my spokes a little cleaner. Again, I'd rather do sharp burst at it so it doesn't eat up my my chrome. If you leave it on too long, it'll start to discolor the chrome. I don't know whatever's in it, some acid or something. But this is what I wanted to show you. See, I can see the different color. This is the original color right here. I believe, maybe not, I may be lying to you. It's not. See, the original color is under there. Okay, there's lots of little things that we have to do on this guy. One of the first things I'm going to do is, we need a new air filter, and we're just gonna go ahead and make one for it. Let me see if I can just get this guy off. You may be saying, Eric, how do you know? Well, because when I looked in here earlier, I saw this. I got more money in hose clamps than it would cost to buy a new filter. So we're gonna go ahead and make one. We're gonna, similar approach, maybe a little bit better. Okay, let's get to work on this air filter, on replacing it. And we're gonna do it with some super glue and some of this sheet foam. Let me show you how we do it. Okay, let's get this guy off. That guy. This foam. At least the good thing, at least this foam isn't deteriorating, so it wasn't being sucked into the engine. Give this guy a good wipe down. And then let me show you what we have to do. Save these hose clamps. They'll come in handy anytime your exhaust falls off on the interstate. and you have to put it back on. Okay, I like to just to measure it, put the lip right here onto the end of the foam, and then just mark it. I'm doing very precise marks. You can tell by the tool I'm using. Then you're gonna roll it to see how big it has to be to get all the way around, which will be about right there. Don't want it too tight, but I want it snug, so let's see. Think about right there. So we're gonna go to about right in here. That looks pretty precise.
What you talking about?
There. Come on, turn loose. So now just a little bit of super glue. That's probably a lot of it. Okay, let's move some of this super glue out. And then just gonna stick it right there. We're just gonna stick it right there. We're gonna work our way down. Hold that till it sticks. Make sure you don't stick it to the bottom, meaning to the other side of the filter. And then we're gonna work our way down. Just like that. Stick. It sticks pretty quick. And then just keep working your way down. And then the last bit right here. We'll let this dry for a bit and then we'll slip it over. Okay, we got the thing down all the way. There's our seam, but that is a little bit better than having a whole bunch of clamps on it. I still need to oil this. I'm out of air filter oil right now. I'll have to get some and then we'll spray it down, but that is way better. I like it. Super simple, super easy. Okay, let's go through the list of things that I want to do on the Honda CT110. Obviously we need an air filter, already did that. So I want to do an LED conversion, all the bulbs to LED, change the oil, tune up, fork oil, paint it. And then these are some of the pieces and parts that I think we need to buy. I don't have rear turn signals, so I need to locate those. Mirrors, left lever. I want to source a front rack, and then I want to figure out some type of 12-volt auxiliary battery slash solar that I can hook up to be able to charge devices. So, and then last but not least, go camping. Okay, let's go ahead and put this guy back on. Oh, upside down, right side up. There we go. This guy, I think it goes this way. There we go. And remember, we still need to spray some air filter oil on it. Come on, where's my... Let me go in this way, maybe. Let's go this way first. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. Now that it's dry, now that it's dried off a bit, it looks even better. Oh, I scrubbed it. Scrubbed this with a brush, wire brush. Yeah, it looks better. It's coming around, not too bad. We've got a few things to do left on this guy before we can take it camping, but I think we're getting close. It shouldn't be too long. We knock out these little chores that we have on it and definitely make it look better. I think it'll be a fun little ride. Let me know if you have a front rack idea. I know there's a rack that fits in right in here. But just let me know your thoughts. So guys, I hope you're enjoying our little series on this 1980 Honda CT110. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially when we get it on the road and we actually get out to enjoy it and we stop working on it. So guys, as always, I'd like to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. To do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And check out Diablo Cycles. I'll put that link in the description below. And you guys have a great day.
Yeah! You ever bring an old bike back to life? Come on now! Working on a trail bike. Oh yeah! CT110, gonna get it right. Oh yeah! Spray it down, make it shine. Little Honda looking fine. Oh yeah! Working on a trail bike. Come on! Camping dreams in the back of my mind. Fix it up, don't think twice. Gonna ride it out tonight. Rolling, covered in dust. 40 years of grit and rust. Grab that wall, let it spray. Watch that dirt just wash away. Dawn foam dripping down the frame. Now she's showing off her name. Under all that grime and dough, there's a good bike coming out. Working on a trail bike. Oh yeah, CT110, gonna get it right. Oh yeah, spray it down, make it shine. Little Honda looking fine. Oh yeah, working on a trail bike. Come on, camping dreams in the back of my mind. Fix it up, don't think twice. Gonna ride it out tonight. Hey, CT110, fucking CT110. Born to roam, high-low gears gonna take me home. Slow rocking, don't need speed, just a trail and what I need. Back on back, pack it tight. Campground calling about tonight. Not the biggest, not the loudest, but I swear this thing's the proudest.
Rusty jets, nah, not today. Hit it with that Rusty, watch it melt away.
No parts run, no big spin, just some foam and a steady hand. Cut it up, glue it down, homemade fix, we're still in town. Little tricks to get it through, that's just what old bikes do. Make it work, keep it cheap,